Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle Brust and Nordman, KBN. Sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's a great day to be alive on this Wednesday of Kyle Brust and Nordman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust alongside my guys Kyle Wallace in his green sweater. Little Packer love today from our guy, the Packer backer. Say something, Kyle.
Yeah, OTAs are back, so is Green Bay Packer pride.
Hey, powerful. Longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up, Brad Nortman here with us. A lot to dive in the brain of Brad Nortman today.
A lot on my mind today. We're going to get into that and more.
Not just because of Hear Brad Out Wednesdays at 3:15.
Correct.
There's a whole repertoire.
A lot of angles today.
Before we get into it, is that free or is that purchased?
That's free.
So this is, it depends how you
Talking about
quantify.
Brad Nortman's
what do you mean
outfit right now.
quantify? Is something free or not? Either
So
it's
this-
free or it's not
This
free.
I purchased from my Nike
It's
allocation
free.
that
That's
I signed
free.
a deal with. So yeah,
That's
so like
free.
I
You
see
didn't
cash-
purchase crap.
I didn't see my cash leave my bank account, but
Why
I
are
had to,
you
like,
doing the
select it.
worst job of describing something that's just simply free?
They gave you
Yeah,
a free
it's
gift card,
It's free.
basically.
Yeah. They'd be like, "Here's a big old gift card."
A
And
big
here's
old? How many? What do you mean big old?
Yeah, can you tell us how much was on the gift card each year?
Getting from Nike.
Because I asked Brad about his Nike allotment for gear one time, and he told me that if it was down to $199 on the gift card, he would get socks and make sure he used all of that gift card up.
Use every single cent. Yeah, I'll tell you. So, my first year was $3,000.
$3,000.
Then it was $5,000.
But for you to wear Nike to buy stuff?
Yeah. and
I
then-
mean, think about
and then-
shoes, though.
And then
Go
7,500.
Wait. You had to buy your cleats or they gave you cleats?
No. I could get as many cleats as I wanted to from the team.
So
this
I
is
was
just
just
like-
talking about swag shoes.
This is just all like swag shoes, yeah. And this was on like a specific like player endorsed Nike website.
Do they
So
have
there's a whole
Jordans
bunch
as a
stuff.
part of the Nike catalog?
Oh, they had a bunch of stuff.
This
on
is
there.
a joke.
That's why I have so
This
many
is a
Nike
joke.
shoes
The
and
rich get
Nike
richer.
clothes.
Wait,
So you
what do you
have-
mean?
and-
You just
and-
realized this?
Well, I'm just saying. So in your career, you had over $10,000 worth of allotment.
Whoa, way
well
more.
over.
Way
Well
more.
over. And every time you made the playoffs,
2,500 first year. He said 5,000 second year, 7,500 third year.
Yeah, and that's where I topped out. But then you make the playoffs, you go to the Super Bowl, you get like, okay, here's another 500, here's another grand.
I'm about to text my guy in the NFL. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
You could have plugged your
You get
boy
a
with some
lot.
type of shoes. He get us hand-me-downs. He get like the
And-
used stuff.
When I visited Frank Kaminsky in Charlotte, because he played for the Charlotte
Oh, yeah.
Hornets, former Badger, I'd raid his closet. His business manager was size 13, what I wore, and they're like, yeah, you can get more.
And listen, this was
Cool.
chump change. Yeah, for an NFL athlete. There's some guys with Under Armour or like the big name dudes. They'd have 60 grand worth of stuff every year.
Great
Think about
follow-up
that.
question in my ear from Alex Strofe, our producer of Kyle Brust and Nortman. We
You're a good
are
producer.
800-990-3776 on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Who's Kyle's guy in the NFL?
Yeah, good point.
Oh, no, I told you. I've said this before. My friend is Nick Ballore. He played for the Seattle Seahawks. He played for the Lions. He played for the 49ers as well.
Cool.
In the Jets. He got undrafted free agent for the Jets back in 2011. So, yeah.
He's holding out on you. But not every guy in the NFL is a endorsed
Oh,
guy.
cool.
You gotta be, you gotta be like me.
Hey.
Okay.
Brad?
More like Brad.
Brad is very swaggy right now. He's feeling himself.
Now you know why my closet is just overrun with Nike stuff and team
Did
stuff.
you ever
What size do you
share?
wear?
Between large and extra large, depending on the item.
I take donations.
Large? You swim in your T-shirts now with those string bean
Those are
arms.
usually extra larges. I'm 6'3", Ben.
Cool.
Nice, cool for yourself. Now, speaking of shoes here,
Ben's grabbing.
I-
Don't fall in
I
that.
we're
almost
left
fell.
here.
I don't want to make any accusations, but you saw these when
I
you
saw
did Mr.
those.
Irrelevant
Yeah,
on YouTube?
I thought they were yours.
These are a pair of
You
shoes.
thought them itty-bitty shoes was
That-
his?
Well, I didn't really overthink it. I didn't realize how small they were.
I didn't know if it was somebody's spouse or they need to bring shoes to somebody for after work.
What brand is that? Hoka?
Oh, those are
These have to be Jen Lattis.
those are nice, a nice brand.
Are they?
Yeah.
I never heard of
Oh,
that.
no, they definitely Jen Lattis.
no,
now,
no.
What size? We'll go. What size are they? You'll tell right away. If it's,
I don't
or-
want to. These
or maybe
stink.
you can't put that out
I
there.
I don't know if I want to put the shoe size out there, but I will say that
But
they
they're
stink.
women's. Like you can look in the tag and see
My
that they're
nose
women's.
is tingling right
Women's
now.
or men.
No, I'm assuming they're probably women.
W.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
women's.
that's women's.
That is women's. All I know is Craig bought Tori Lowe a pair of Hokas, and I was like, "What
Why
is
Craig
them?
buy Tory Hokus?
Because Tori does the walk, and so he bought him some shoes, and I knew they were expensive shoes because Craig bought them. I was like, oh, a
I'm
broke
on the
brother
show
like me.
every
That's
day, you
that
know?
upper echelon
Yeah,
brand.
if Craig buying it expensive. So Jen just left her shoes here like this is a gym closet?
Yeah, under what circumstances would you be leaving your shoes here?
Well, it's funny you say that.
We have lockers right out there.
Because when
Fair
I
point.
look back at my text messages from Jen Latta of 94.5 ESPN's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, I recall a show that we did earlier this month where I left some stuff out before I went to work in the bathroom area, and my now fiance, then girlfriend, was very upset, said I leave a trail everywhere I go.
That's
I caught
true.
a lot.
Trail of filth.
Yeah, that's
I
very true.
caught a lot of smoke from my fellow co-hosts and producers and KBN Nation. And I get a text Wednesday, May 8th, 4:57 p.m. Team fiance, pick your bleep up like a grown-up.
That's aggressive in the morning.
That is.
Pretty aggressive for someone who left their shoes in our studio. Stinky, too.
That is quite embarrassing. Do we have a beef now with the morning show?
I don't have beef. It's just like, again,
Practice what you preach.
Mark Chmura, Packer Hall of Famer, leaves his bleep everywhere.
His glasses were literally on the floor yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have
I picked them up for him.
we have
Who
lockers
knows?
outside of our studio, and again, they're just classic. You got a NFL Packers Hall of Famer who thinks the world's catering to him. You have Jen Latta, who travels around ESPN College Game Day. Just
Big
probably
name,
thinks she's
yep.
bigger and better than us, and leaving shoes here.
Well, she is though.
Yeah, she's a knack.
Yeah, but like you can't tell me to be a
Brand.
grown up and pick stuff up after myself when you can't practice what you preach.
No, I agree.
This isn't gym class. This is
Yeah.
a professional work
It's a little
environment.
contradictory to be texting someone to pick up after themselves and then in a public space leaving your tennis shoes as if you run the place.
You got accused this morning, my guy. Shaking my head. What did I miss something? I was accused, Mr. 36. If you have the pizza oven. I was accused of taking the pizza oven.
Oh, they're talking about that.
Yeah.
Sensitive subject. I hope
Very
you didn't-
sensitive.
I hope you
I got
didn't steal
returned,
it.
didn't it?
Strofe, I'm
Did
like
I thought it did.
a 3D figure on the YouTube. That was kind of wild. See that? You guys see that?
No, I don't know what you're talking about,
Oh.
man.
What do you mean a 3D figure? You are a
Oh,
3D figure.
I'm behind. Am I a 3D figure?
Yeah, 3-dimensional.
Are we all 3-dimensional?
Yes.
What is 1-dimensional?
It is.
Flat.
It's a flat. I
Flat.
would say flat,
Piece of
like
paper.
flat Stanley. Stanley's flat. He's
So
a
what
one-
would be 2-dimensional?
Like a cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Why a cartoon? What makes it
there-
2-dimensional?
There's height and width.
Oh,
Some
And then-
depth to it.
and
There's
then-
height.
and then
There's height and
But
width
there's no
to this.
depth.
he's
There's
saying
no
a
depth.
flat piece of paper. It's just one surface, flat. But then if you add,
But a
height,
cartoon's flat. On TV, I'm looking at a flat thing.
don't think of a piece of paper as you're looking at it. Think of it on the table, and you're looking at it straight on. It's like that.
What's 4D?
4D is you add sensory. So like,
Wisconsin Dells used to have a SpongeBob movie where you could
Yes.
smell pickles.
yeah,
Right? From the Krabby Patties, the pickles, all of a sudden the movie theater would start smelling like pickles. That's 4D.
yeah, and they would they would splash in the water, and you get some water splash on your
Yeah,
face.
yeah. I've been there.
Have
I've
you
been at
been to
that.
Not that specific.
You've
one,
been to the
but-
one in Orlando, I'm assuming.
Yeah. There's one at Disney, I believe.
Cool.
It's
Strong accusation from
Muppets
Adam,
one.
800-990-3776. Kyle's fronting his boy is Mason Rudolph.
I wish my boy was Mason Rudolph. That means Mason Rudolph, he's a quarterback. My guy's just a special teams guy. Shout out to him.
Special teams guy.
Nothing wrong with special teams
Yeah,
guys.
what?
That's why you didn't know why that's why I laughed.
I was waiting for the back pedal to be like, but you're my guy, Brad. Like,
This was
I
my
am your
thought
guy.
process, Adam. Paper is still 3D, boys, because it's only 0.0001 inches tall. Doesn't make it 2D. That was my thought process. This isn't flat, even though in order for it to be printed, it has to have some
Okay.
level of width.
A better answer is a line then. A line is one-dimensional.
That I draw?
Yeah, if you draw a line on a piece of paper, that's one-dimensional. You do a stick figure, that's two-dimensional because there's width and height. And if that stick figure were to come out like a doll, that's three-dimensional.
Like
now
out of the paper?
Yes, like and actually get depth.
And then
like
what would a
doll.
4D thing be from this stick figure that pops out like a
Didn't
doll?
wear deodorant. Smelling BO.
Nice.
So why aren't we 4D? Why are we not 4D?
We might be 4D.
I guess we are 4D.
Oh, you guys are going deep here for me.
We might be 5D, actually.
What's another dimension that could possibly be?
A lot of
It's
E's being
like
thrown around
energy
here.
or some sort of weird cosmic.
Instead of just saying, wow, John, in the 414, help us. Like,
According to the internet, the fifth dimension is a conceptual, unobservable micro dimension of space.
what the hell does that mean?
I think there's a movie called Fifth,
Anybody
Fifth
got
Element.
some gummies? I feel like they can figure this one out.
We have walked into waters where we cannot swim.
But here's the thing. If we did what Strophe's suggestion, I don't think I would understand at all.
Do you understand unobservable?
It's purely theoretical.
What about micro dimension?
Yes, it's purely theoretical.
What about micro dimensional?
Is that a real thing?
I just
Micro.
read. The fifth dimension is a conceptual and unobservable micro dimension of space.
So-
It's infinitely small yet
I got a
infinitely
D
large.
in chemistry, a C in physics. Don't know how I got a C in physics.
I don't recall even taking physics.
I think that was a required class.
Well, maybe took it in high school, cruised through it, probably was sleeping.
Wow.
You said-
you proud of that?
It is what it is. It's in my past, man. It's in my past. I'm here now.
And look at you now, though. Your job is requiring you to have an educated conversation on dimensions.
I don't think I was required to do this. I think this is outside the realm of what I should be
And
talking
all you
about.
do now is exactly what you did. Just cruise right through these 3 hours.
That is the goal.
Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride,
That
right?
is the goal. Packers, go Packers! That's all I got to do.
You're like an AI Packer fan. Like, when
Yeah.
all else fails, I am the positive AI Packer backer to
Well,
the core.
It's like those chat bots that sometimes tune in on our talking text line.
Yeah.
that put
You're
up
a bot.
Yeah,
Kyle's
these
a bot.
You're a Packer bot.
I'll be a Packer bot. Nothing wrong with that. I love
Even
being
the
a
way you
Packer
say,
bot.
I'll be a Packer bot.
That's what it is. I know what my checks say.
What do they
Pack
say?
go, baby.
Oh, the ones you write.
Oh, shut up. No, I do not write checks to the Packers.
No, I'm saying your actual physical check.
You have a
that
Packer checking account.
No, I don't have a Packer checking account. I wish I did.
Where does the Go Pack Go come from?
Oh, gosh. It's just a joke, fellas. I just love the Packers.
I could see Kyle writing on like the memo line of a check, just like go Pack Go.
I think I'm
just
making
like
a Packers
in
checking book.
splash a little bit
Every
of-
memo is Go Pack
yeah,
Go.
Yeah.
I might do that.
Caleb Williams sucks.
That would be a good one, too. Yeah. Too bad I don't write checks like that.
Do we not have his?
Caleb Williams sucks.
The ha is so good
Caleb
from you.
Williams sucks.
You used the word dismissive yesterday. Perfect word for that.
So
Perfect word to
dismissive.
describe it.
First OTAs, and it just sucks. Ha! Now, Brad Nortman got back. Did you get back from somewhere?
We're in northern Wisconsin.
Northern Wisconsin. I got back from St. Louis over the weekend that I got engaged. We both had some realizations that we would like to go through with all of you next and get your opinions. We'll get a preemptive poll before the segment up on KBN ESPN.
I know you were going to break. Were you in St. Louis or were you by St. Louis? Because for some reason, I don't believe you were
You
in
can
St.
find
Louis.
Is this
May
like-
in St.
I-
Louis.
is
This is like
way.
me saying I'm from Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's like you saying you were in Milwaukee when you live in Connewauk. For some reason, there's an inkling that has me believe that you weren't in St. Louis. You were in a suburb around St. Louis.
I don't know where I was, Kyle. I went to a Cardinals game at Busch Stadium.
So you were in it
I
for
was
a
in
minute?
St. Louis.
Cool.
You dipped in and dipped out. Okay, just saying.
So wait, you didn't answer the question.
Kyle knows I wasn't in St.
Well,
Louis.
I was just checking. You know?
He knows I wasn't in St.
Yeah.
Louis.
I was like, oh, really? She lives
Taking a nice neighborly walk before we get engaged downtown St.
I was
Louis.
gonna say, I've been to St. Louis before. I ain't seen that pier before.
Me and Nelly were hanging out. We'll be back. Kyle Bruston Nortman with more.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half an hour boo-boo. If I need to do that,
wow.
they need to allow
That's
me to do
your
that.
whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Neutral. Vodka, seltzer, real juice. If you're wondering what makes Neutral so tasty, it's pretty simple. Using real vodka with real juice, because when good ingredients go in, great taste comes out. So cheers to that. Neutral, keep it tasty and enjoy the best time of the year. May through the summer, Neutral will be there for you. With a variety of different flavors, there's something for everyone. Neutral, vodka, seltzer, real juice.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's sea to shining sea, and water damage as far as the eye can see. It's America. It's freshly mowed grass and a fence that was freshly vandalized by a pack of unruly teens. It's America. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Get a free pneumatic nailer when you buy a pallet of select Metabo HPT nails. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Make the most out of your summer at Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Madison in Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course, camp on site all weekend, and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Make sure you get tickets for the NTT IndyCar Series race at Road America June 6th through the 9th. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because our home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. I've been here for over 4 decades now, and I can tell you here at Goodman's Jewelers, we pride ourselves on high standards, classic traditions, honesty, and integrity. We're a small independent jeweler with a great history, so you'll find us more personal than other big-name jewelers. Find Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store, Madison, since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. This season, spring into adventure together in the Chevy of your choice.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
He said one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. My father told me when I was just a child.
Can't wait to get inside the brain of Brad Nortman, not once, but not twice, but 3 times today.
Hey.
You're living a interesting life, Brad Nortman.
Yeah, I try to.
And it's funny, I saw a tweet from the Pat McAfee show. I think they had Mike Florio on. And it was, I think people are underestimating what impact the new kickoff rules will have in the NFL. So I'm not saying we're going to get to that today.
We're
but
relevant,
if we need that, we have our specialist, Brad Nortman, who punted in the Super Bowl 50. And played in the NFL for 6 years. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe, our producer, running the show, 800-990-3776. Plus, you can get us on YouTube at ESPN Madison and at ESPN Milwaukee. But, I was in St. Louis or the outskirts for the majority of my Memorial Day weekend. Brad was up north Kyle, I don't know what you were doing. I don't think you like sharing your personal life with us anyways. You don't want us around you.
You can ding that. Especially the last part. Say it again.
You don't want us around you. Brad, what did you notice? 'Cause I think I noticed something similar.
Listen, I was gone for a few nights in northern Wisconsin. Beautiful weekend up there, getting away from Memorial Day weekend. But what inevitably we drive home, back to the Nortman estate, roll through the driveway, I start looking around my yard. And I start to see, oh my gosh, the weeds are out of control. I got clover growing. I got some little dandelions that are just on their left. They're like the clover is taking over the yard. There's weeds everywhere. It's finally time for step 2 of my fertilizer seeding. So I got to go take the little seed spreader, push it around the yard. And there's a border line I got to mulch this year. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm coming back. I was gone for 4 days, and there is so much yard work to do. Now I will say, before you guys give me a hard time about it, yes, I have someone else cut my lawn, but.
You think we're just gonna stop because you say it?
Yeah, no, yes, you should stop because it's like
what?
It's like 1.8 acres. It's too much.
Oh, the
that's
estate has 1.8
I don't have time for that.
Cool. 1.8 acres.
Cool. I don't have time.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's a big old yard.
That's a big ass yard.
It's
Ain't
a
big ass.
I got a guy who he's got his commercial zero turn and boom, he just rolls
You
through
got a
it.
full football field back there?
Yeah.
I mean, we could punt back there. We could punt back there.
Is that field trip at Brad's
It's a
house.
big old, yeah. I mean, there's a both side yards are big, backyard's huge. I mean, there's plenty of room for activities.
So right away, I'm thinking to myself, okay, he doesn't cut his own yard. Why don't you have more landscapers then?
Because you got to draw a line. A man's got to do what a man's got to do. And at some point, yes,
Kyle,
cut all that
would you
grass.
draw that line?
If I'm paying for somebody to cut my grass, I might as well pay for them to manicure.
Do the
my
whole
lawn.
damn thing.
I mean, nobody can do it better than a landscaper.
I mean, that's true. He probably would do a better job than me and probably be more on it because clearly I'm coming back from Memorial Day needing to do all this stuff to my yard. But I said, that's the line. I'm going to have my guy, Nate, he's the man, cut my yard. But I'm going to do everything else, okay? And every time before I do it, I'm like, this is just such a pain. Like, the last thing I want to do is go outside and do all this manual labor. But darn it, wouldn't you know? You put on the headphones and you just get in the groove. You're in Mother Nature. You're getting your hands dirty. Every time
You're
walk
literally
away,
in Mother Nature.
I am in Mother Nature. And
Hey!
by the time it's over, I'm always thankful. I'm like, you know what? That was great. That was not a chore. That was indeed therapeutic. I feel good. I'm like, I should do this more often.
No.
An ice cold carbless
stop.
sounds so good at that point.
Go with that.
Where I'm just like, you know what? I don't know why I don't do this more often because I love it. That was fun. I feel like I accomplished something. And think about it this way, guys. We're inside like all the time. We go inside from our house to our car.
You're doing
to
a
work.
justification right now. You can't say it was therapeutic when you're literally complaining about it all the time.
But that's the thing.
And you hire somebody to actually
do
take
the
some of that therapy away from you.
Yeah,
right?
So only a little bit of therapy.
You don't count.
But no, beforehand, I always complain, but when I'm done, I always feel good. I'm always reminded that this is indeed therapeutic. I need to remember that more often.
On Twitter at KBN ESPN, do you find yard work to be more therapeutic or a chore? 800-990-3776. Now, as somebody who's a new homeowner that does not have landscaping and just bought a lawnmower, I, was looking forward to the first cut. That was as therapeutic as I could get. The first cut felt therapeutic. So, you feel like you're entering, a new stage of life. You have a yard to take care of. You come home and it rained while you're gone. It looks like a forest. It looks like a forest. I cut it low too. I cut it low and I'm looking outside and the dogs won't even go in the grass. It's so long right now.
They said, bro, what is going on?
Yeah, I know. And here's the thing, is it's not therapeutic. It's a chore because I look at it and it's something I have to do. Sure, there may be a satisfaction of the old stand outside the Midwestern lawn with your hands on your hips and say, look what I just did. I'm proud. But that therapeutic moment is not worth the value of saying that it's therapeutic. It's a chore. It is 110% a chore because now what I got to do on Saturday is I have to cut the grass because if I don't cut the grass, then it's going to look even worse.
Yeah, there's nothing more manly and nothing more fulfilling than having a yard and going out there and cutting it. And while you're doing it, like you said, you got the headphones on, but you feel like you're accomplishing something, especially when you're the man of the house, right? You feel good. That's why I love my daddy used to cut the grass. I said, Dad, let me cut the grass. He said, no, son, it's me. I'm riding lava. I'm doing it. And now I understand. I get it. It is absolutely therapeutic to be one with nature, to be outside going up and down, up and down. The neighbors see you working hard. You are basically, you know how dogs lift their leg up and pee on the lawn to mark the territory? When you cut your grass, you are basically marking your space. I am the one who owns this domain in this space. I absolutely enjoy cutting the grass. I get like this rush when I do it.
800-990-3776. Dave from Aaron. Yard work is trash. If I get it, turf my yard, I would.
Wow, it's a strong take.
It is.
It's a great take.
Very strong. This
I don't
is
know.
Wisconsin.
Jared chimes in. I don't mind yard work, but I'd rather be spending my time camping, fishing, or kayaking.
I mean, I
That's
agree that those are
being
enjoyable.
one with Mother Nature.
Yeah, but I mean, those aren't things you can just go do for an hour anyway. I mean, you take an hour at home, and here is a Bradism that I heard that you guys can maybe take this with you.
Oh, Lord.
As a way to like balance out your life. If you have a head job, you should have a hands hobby. If you have a hands job, you should have a heads hobby. But believe it or not, we've got a heads job where we use our above our shoulders. Most
You
of the time.
also got.
We need to go out there and use our hands, boys. We need to use our hands to do something.
You also got. You may have the hands job or the heads jobs. You got the deeper pockets than we do.
What are we talking about, fellas?
Him?
Yes. What did you just say on air?
I understood.
Well,
Yeah.
I understand it. My goodness. What are we
Kyle,
doing?
get your head out of the
Head
gutter.
out the gutter, my behind. My goodness gracious.
I said
a heads job.
I said
or a hands job.
Yeah.
Yo, that's your advice to KBN Nation?
Yeah,
Yeah. Perverted KBN after
Hey,
dark
everyone,
you got
listen
going
up.
on.
This is a Bradism.
Listen, I stand by
No,
it.
no,
As
re-say
long
it.
as-
Re-say that one.
Yeah, I will re-say it. If you've got a heads job, you need a hands hobby. And if you've got a hands job, you need a heads hobby. And it's a brilliant, balanced advice for life.
I don't
And
even
if
know
you
what
are
I
not
can't
a
even,
sick,
my mind,
sick individual
my
like
mind
Cal,
can't even process what you're saying. I don't even get it. Like it did not process in my mind. I have no idea what the advice is.
Okay, can I put it into action for you?
Please.
If you,
No, do not put it into action. Do not.
Cover up the screen.
If you have a job,
Right, whatever you're doing, I'm covering up.
Kyle, you are a sick man.
You're the sick Bradism.
I'll tell you what, it takes a sick mind to take that to the next level, Kyle.
Don't you turn this on Kyle. Don't you turn this on
Ben
Kyle.
didn't react like that.
Thank you so
You
much,
didn't react like
Strumpy.
that. Ben was like, yeah, I get it.
Oh, you put. We'll be right back
Go look
on
at banned from
YouTube.
YouTube because of Brad's jobs he's about to do.
I'm sorry that you have the maturity
I'm surprised.
level to take good advice,
I'm surprised
Kyle.
Brad didn't say, you know what? I was a punter. I had a foot job.
Ooh, you did. So explain to me again, really quickly. If you have a head job, what do you do? What's a head job?
Change it to occupation. You can do that. If I need to deal with the maturity of level of an 8-year-old, then yes, I can change it to
What
occupation.
800-990-3776.
What is the head occupation?
I don't know.
Like finance.
Oh,
Where something
wow.
where you only where you work with your head all day.
Okay.
You're thinking all day. Actually, we are in that category where it's
All right.
more thinking.
So we have head jobs.
We have head
Now,
jobs. A hand occupation would be like you're working
800-990-3776.
construction.
We will be moving on from the Bradism. We'll have that
Sick
workshopped and come back to it another time. Coming up next, we'll hear from Mr. Irrelevant as he becomes relevant next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Women ask you, do you love me? Why do you love me?
Wait, why
She
am I
wouldn't-
always
she-
the one doing that?
Like-
Tell me why you love me, baby. I need you to make me feel better.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Hey, it's Hunter Vaughn. Every week, Dennis Summerow and I talk all things area high school sports, and we talk to local athletes, coaches, administrators, and more. You can find full shows over on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcasts.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania is also brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management, Pasquale's Cantina, UW Credit Union, Stoughton Trailers, the GRB Academy, and Stoughton Health.
Ben Brust here from Kyle Brust Nortman and tell you about the newest spike tee on the market, and that is Hoop Tee. And when I mean that it's the newest and best, it was born on the boardwalk of Ocean City, Maryland, and enjoyed now right here in Madison, Wisconsin. With flavors like an original spike tee. You have peach, you have mango, you have watermelon. Hoop Tee will make you feeling great with whatever flavor fits your profile. Hoop Tee. Enjoy the hoops on the screen and hoops in your hand. HoopTee.com. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Experience the rebirth of an American treasure in Oconomowoc. The club at Lac La Belle is open. The redesigned course is one of Wisconsin's finest tracks at the heart of the Wisconsin Golf Trail. Named Best New Wisconsin Course in 2021 by Golf Digest. The club at Lac La Belle is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at club@laclabelle.com. See what everyone is talking about. The club at Lac La Belle is a place to experience over and over again. Go to club@laclabelle.com to start your journey.
Are you in need of expert exterior renovations? Look no further than Ridgetop Exteriors. For over 22 years, we've been the trusted name in roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutter replacements.
I couldn't be happier with the new roof Ridgetop Exteriors installed. It's like having a brand new home.
The team at Ridgetop Exteriors made upgrading my siding a breeze. Quality work and friendly service.
With a track record of excellence, we take pride in transforming houses into dream homes. Visit us today at ridgetopexteriors.com for a free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, your trusted local affordable partners.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is going to be a summer like no other at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. We're giving away over $300,000 in cash and prizes in just 3 months in our Golden Summer Series. There's so much happening May through July. We're talking rollover jackpots, promo kiosk rewards, hot seat drawings, pick a prize, hot ticket drawings, and more. It all adds up to over $300,000 in cash and prizes, including grand prizes of $5,000, $10,000, and the chance for something even bigger. The Golden Summer Series means more ways to win at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. Alex Strofe running the show. 800-990-3776. He was on Mr. Irrelevant today on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. 12:30, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we make him relevant right now.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant. It's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
Fellas, good to be with you. How we doing out of 10? I haven't checked in a while.
I'm an 8.
Yeah. The 8's the lowest we can go without having a discussion, so I'm an 8.
No, you can be lower than an 8.
I'm an 8.
But it creates a tense environment because if we go lower than an 8, we know there's prying questions coming.
Yeah, there will be.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to stick at 8.
8-1, Ben.
8-1.
Yeah.
8-2.
I'm a solid 8.
Okay.
80% is decent.
I can live with that. Good to be with you, fellas. All right, let's jump in. Rangers second baseman Marcus Semien had his first day off yesterday in over 2 years. They called it an Ironman streak of 349 games started in a row. It's baseball. That's not impressive to me. Thoughts?
I think it's impressive. It's a 162-game season, but if you show that you are capable of going on a streak, And you have the talent to do so over, when it matters most. There's classic ebbs and flows. They're not going to do that forever, but it's why wouldn't it be impressive?
Because they won the World Series last year, so they were always in contention. It's not a contact sport. I just, if you're a good player, play.
Yeah, it's still it's taxing on a few areas, right?
Which areas exactly?
Back, shoulders, hamstrings, wrists.
Why? You're not running that much.
But you're going from a swinging motion to a sprint. You are doing a lot of, bat swinging against hard pitches. What if you get hit by a pitch? There are areas where and not only that, like the mental strain to take not one day off. They're playing games every single day.
Look how far we have fallen. We're talking about taking days off. Cal Ripken was the ultimate Ironman. Brett Favre was the ultimate Ironman. We love when people go out there to play the game that they love. Days off? We're arguing people should get days off? Absolutely not. Baseball only lasts for like 4 or 5 months. He'll have a whole bunch of time off once the season's over.
Cal Ripken's streak was 2,000 plus games longer than this one.
That's ridiculous. There's a reason why that's an all-time record.
2,632. Simeon just played 300 games.
So what would it take for it to be impressive?
1,000?
I think we're past that arrow, to your point, right? Or to Kyle's point. I think we're past letting guys play every day. But baseball, against your point, Brad, is like the least physically taxing sport out there. Golf, maybe?
They somehow end up with the most injuries.
Oh, the weirdest injuries. Don't be punching walls. Looking at you, Devin Williams.
Yeah, it's a bad look.
All right, moving on. Rich Paul, the agent of LeBron James, also his son Bronny James, says Bronny will stick in the NBA draft. Tonight, the deadline to withdraw from the NBA draft. The Bucks have pick number 23. I'm on board. Let's do it. If Bronny James is there at 23, let's take him.
Why?
Jersey sales, butts and seats.
That is the worst take of all time from somebody who is...
Don't let us.
Are you a Milwaukee Buck fan?
Yeah.
Don't listen.
Do you believe that picking Bronny James at 23 helps Giannis get closer to a championship?
I don't know how much the NBA draft ever helps you get when you're picking a pick 23. If you have the first overall pick, maybe you've got a case. But I think Bronny could evolve into something.
You're missing something here. You're missing the fact that when do the Milwaukee Bucks first round picks ever turn into anything?
Giannis is one of few.
Why are you looking at me? I'm not saying that.
No, I'm saying you might as well get Bronny. If Bronny can get LeBron James to think about coming to Milwaukee or get some type of attention in Milwaukee, then let's do it.
I don't want attention. I want victories.
Anyway. I mean, if LeBron James
you
decides
can't
to
just
opt out,
give up. You have to keep swinging.
If he opts out and signs for the minimum with the Milwaukee Bucks, then guess what? I'm celebrating.
The only way
23.
this makes any sense is if you get a guarantee that LeBron James is coming to Milwaukee on a team-friendly deal. That I actually think they get closer to an NBA title. Now, he is older, but he is one of the 2 best players of all time. And I would do it then. But, just for Bronny himself, I'm not going to a game to watch Bronny. I'm not buying Bronny's jersey. He's going to be irrelevant.
But if LeBron...
And they're already doing the they're not even going to take him because guess what? He turned down like 8 workouts to only work out with 2 specific teams.
What?
Which teams?
Like the Suns and the Lakers.
Oh
man.
He can keep his... You know what? Forget.
That's take rescinded.
That is Gen Z energy.
No, that's LeBron energy because LeBron is either going to
maybe LeBron has Gen Z energy.
We were talking about this in the office earlier today, Benny. I don't think you were a part of it. So you're totally against Milwaukee taking a swing at 23
for Bronny?
Correct.
Absolutely.
Okay, 3 picks prior to the Bucks, though, is the Cleveland Cavaliers, who were closer this year to a title than the Bucks.
I'm against it as well.
You don't think Cleveland should take a swing at Bronny?
The only reason why Cleveland would is if there is a back-end plan with LeBron to get him back to Cleveland because he wants to finish his career close to home. Kid from Akron ends up at the city where he brought him a championship. Storybook closing.
Okay.
Only reason why.
The Bucks have, I think they have the 33rd pick overall in the draft. Second round, would you take Bronny at 33rd if he's there?
Nope.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Do you think...
I'm trying to get better. I'm not trying to please the...
LeBron James,
nepotism.
LeBron James is fantastic. Listen, I'm a LeBron James hater, but let me tell you, if LeBron came here, I would be excited.
He's not coming here.
Let's say LeBron James doesn't come here and you draft Bronny. Is he actually helping your team?
He's just like any other Bucks draft pick for the most part. Then
no, but he has a legit ceiling. At least some of the Bucks picks you get, they have higher ceilings that they could turn into something
that they never see as a Milwaukee Buck.
Well,
That's my whole thing. I legitimately, I don't trust John Horson drafted. You tell me what he's drafted that's turned into something, and I'll show you a lie.
Did he draft DiVincenzo?
Oh, where's DiVincenzo springing and sprouting and being great at?
Well, at least he was a good pick. At least he was a guy that actually turned into something.
No, okay, you're right. Just not with us.
Just out of the box.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Who was the Bucks? I'm blanking on the name. Malcolm Brogdon. Wasn't he like one of the last picks in the draft, and he was the rookie of the year that year?
Rookie of the year,
Yeah.
sure was.
As like
he was a good player.
Was
Dunked on
the
LeBron with a
58th
reverse.
overall pick?
I didn't hear what
He was
you said.
definitely
What?
second round.
Yeah, he was second round.
He was a heck of a player.
He
I
was,
loved
and they
watching
traded him
Brogdon.
because contract stuff.
Next one, May 29th, is National Flip-Flop Day. Honesty is a core value of our company. And these are not slides. I'm talking about flip-flops. Thing in between the toes. When's the last time you wore a pair of flip-flops?
Thing in between the toes. So flip-flops are different than that.
Those are thongs.
Those
aren't
are
they?
those are thong sandals.
Those are flip-flops.
No, those are thong
flip-flop
sandals.
thongs.
And close. And you don't have to say the word thong. You can just say sandals.
No, sandals are slides.
No, those are flip-flops.
Flip-flop. No. Flip-flops have the thing between the toes. You've got it backwards.
I absolutely do not have it backwards.
I thought flip-flops was a generic term for all sandals.
I thought it was too. I honestly.
But on the
from
poll,
there,
when
you
you
have-
hear flip-flops, do you think of the thing between the toes or like the slide? Like, like there's a way to phrase this because
Slide sandals, flip-flops have the thing, but I promise I'm right on this.
Okay, you know what? I think this is more of when I hear about slides from the young kids. The slides is definitely the old Adidas stuff or the soccer stuff we used to wear after games when you play
That's what I'm
soccer.
saying.
Those
That's
were
like
slides, but I
that's
called
like a
them sandals
flip-flops.
back in the day.
Oh, so you
Those
call
are
those sandals?
Yeah, those are sandals.
Yeah, flippity flops.
Flip-flops. When's the last time you wore them?
I wore them recently. Anytime
you really?
when I went down to Mexico, I wore them. I had my toes out. Yeah, on beach in the sand.
Man, I don't think I've worn those since like college. I think I was legitimately at a Jimmy Buffett concert wearing one of those. It was great. I just don't like that feeling of something between my toes.
R.I.P. to Jimmy Buffett. But
Yeah, for real, man. Big R.I.P. Love me some Jimmy.
Ben, do you wear
yeah.
those?
I don't. It's an uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah.
What do y'all wear on the beach then?
Slides.
Since we're gonna do this, slides are flip-flops to me.
I feel like I don't have as much control in slides.
But you like that feeling between your big toe and your next toe?
I'm not gonna lie, when the sound it makes at the back of the foot, the heel hit, it just makes me feel like I'm on vacation.
But slides,
you wear them
can do
around the
that,
house?
too.
Okay, no, I said vacation. I don't wear them around the house. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. And they're cheap, only like $1.
Someone named Allie on YouTube says Alex is right, so I guess we'll have to go with whatever that person said.
Very nice. Thanks.
Smart person.
Yeah, agreed.
Is that all you got in your relevant segment?
That's all I got, but I'm disappointed in the fashion knowledge of this panel.
Especially because you're not fashionable at all.
No, I'm not.
And the fact that you got that one stings. What may be fashionable is to wear sandals or flip-flops to the American Family Championship if they allow you, because it's in June. Hopefully some nice weather, and you can enjoy a nice round of golf.
I think the University Ridge Golf Course might have some higher dress code than that, but you know what? You can find out today by going to amfamchampionship.com. You go to amfamchampionship.com. It'll be a great opportunity for you to see the American Family Insurance Championship when it returns to the University Ridge Golf Course on Friday, June 7th through Sunday, June 9th. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a great weekend. Not only can you see the AmFam Insurance Championship, you can also see a great concert by Train on Friday, June 7th at Breeze Stevens Field. And what I love about all this, y'all, proceeds will support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and the American Families Children's Hospital. I mean, what a great opportunity for a fun weekend of golf, music, but also giving back, which is so important right here in Wisconsin. So go to amfamchampionship.com. That's amfamchampionship.com to get your tickets today to watch the American Family Insurance Championship right here in Wisconsin coming up on Friday, June 7th through Sunday, June 9th.
More Kyle Brust and Nortman on the other side.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Dick Van Dyke, real quick on the cha-cha slide ACL, says she was carried out by all 5 of us. 5 people?
That's a big girl. Big girl. Yeah, that's a big girl who did cha-cha.
Stop it, Kyle.
What you mean? 5 of them had to carry. That's a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Hunter Vaughn. Senior golfer Cameron Huss competed in the NCAA National Championship Tournament over the weekend. Huss opened the tournament with 2 birdies on the back 9 to shoot an even par in the first round, but followed that up with a 5 over in the second and 2 over in the third round, finishing 7 over, missing the 4th round cut, and finishing 51st out of 150 golfers. The Kenosha native was also named to the All-Region Midwest team by the Golf Coaches Association.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Brakes? We can save you 15% on that. We have OE quality Duralast brake pads and rotors in stock, ready for pickup or delivery. We also have calipers, brake fluid, tools, and anything else you'll need to do the job right. When you get Duralast pads and rotors together, you'll save 15%. It's just part of what makes us America's #1 brakes destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Hey everybody, this is Greeny here, and this message is for all the home improvement DIYers out there. Sherwin-Williams is running the play of the season with their Memorial Day sale. Get 30% off all paints and stains May 24th through June 3rd. We're talking every color here, people. They still haven't made a Jets green for me, but their Shamrock shade is pretty darn close. That's 30% off paints and stains May 24th through June 3rd. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
You can drive cutting-edge design. 2024 Audis are on the lot and ready for delivery. You can save $7,500 on select Audi EVs with the AFS EV lease bonus. See dealer for details and exclusions. Eligibility is subject to credit approval through Audi Financial Services. Cannot be combined with national customer credit. Offer expires June 3rd, 2024. Stop in and test drive today. Check out their website to see their current electric vehicle inventory and their monthly specials. The search for your Audi begins at Zimbrick Audi Madison off the Beltline and Rimrock Road. Drive yours today.
Value and savings keep on coming with quick hot savings from Quick Trip. And right now, we're cooling off with $2.49 a gallon Nature's Touch milk. All 1 gallon, 2%, 1%, and skim Nature's Touch milk, just $2.49. Looking to make that perfect movie night milkshake? Or how about making those morning waffles extra fluffy? Our fresh, straight from our dairy Nature's Touch milk is on sale and ready to hit your fridge. With quick hot savings from Quick Trip, we're here to save you some moolah.
The second annual ESPN Madison Open, presented by Coors Light, is coming soon, and you can swing into the fun. Molly Brown here. Join us on Monday, August 5th at Bishops Bay Country Club and help raise money for the Miracle League of Dane County. Purchase a whole sponsorship, and you'll help provide adaptive equipment, uniforms, and a safe, inclusive environment where every child can thrive. Interested? Email ESPN Madison Sales at goodkarmabrands.com. Sponsor a whole, donate, and make dreams come true with the Miracle League of Dane County, because every child deserves a chance to play ball.
If you want a fresh twist on surf and turf, look no further than North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Inspired by their time living in the Alaskan Gulf in southern Texas, owners Keith and Aaron brought together unique culinary backgrounds to create a truly authentic American restaurant here in Madison. After expanding to 2 more locations in DeForest and Verona, you can savor smoky, wood-fired barbecue and freshly prepared seafood from around the country. Explore their full menu and dining options at eatnorthandsouth.com. That's eatnorthandsouth.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand.
800-990-3776. I might have to take the loss on the whole flip-flop sandals debate. I think I'm just lost completely.
Are you guys big sandal guys? Like, I'll be honest.
Well, see, now when I hear sandals, flip-flops are the ones with the toe things.
Yeah.
I love sandals then. Sandals are the ones that just have the flap over and all 5 of your toes stick out.
Yes.
I love sandals.
Love sandals. Yeah, and I'll wear sandals every chance I get. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's the Florida effect, but come back. Like, if it's 55, 60, give me sandals. I hate socks. Socks feel very constricting to me.
No, I don't like my toes out like that.
Really?
I know I don't like my toes out like that.
Even like so in public, like you won't go to the grocery
Don't
store.
forget the
and
picture I showed you guys when I was on Bradley Beach or Bradford Beach. Not Bradley.
Hey, Bradley.
Beach.
Hey,
Bradley's in your head.
Yeah.
Brad Nortman, Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace here.
Bradford Beach, and I had socks on. Remember? You guys remember that photo? Yeah.
That still is that's egregious to me.
I've grown. I'm now when I go to the beach, I'll have my toes out.
So let me ask you this: someone says, "Okay, we're all wearing sandals, flip flops, whatever you want them to be. Are you wearing socks? Or are you going barefoot?" Because you just said you don't like your toes out.
I don't like my toes
out. To what length
I
are you going to not make sure they go out?
You talking about we go to the beach?
Yeah, sure.
If we go to the beach, now I'm more of an adult and mature individual. I would have flip-flops on and have it in my toes.
Now, in conversation with our poll on Twitter at KBN ESPN, not the flip-flop sandals poll, but the is yard work therapeutic or a chore, Mac is probably going to hit Brad in the fields. Although Brad has somebody cut his 1.8 acres at the Nortman estate, Mac chimes in and says, however, I will admit after the first time you pull weeds and the weeds are growing back a week later, I definitely feel defeated. I'm not doing that every week.
Yeah, I can understand that. And I will say, too, Wisconsin is a particularly high-maintenance yard work state, right? Because summer you got stuff, you got like spring and fall that requires both like transitional work. Winter, you're always putting salt down or shoveling. I mean, there is really no time where you can just let it roll. I mean, it's kind of a high-maintenance state.
I absolutely hate the weeds. I cut the grass a couple weeks ago, or the neighbor cut my grass. That's a whole other thing. Neighbor cut my grass a couple weeks ago. Weeds 48 hours back. They cut my grass. They were sick of looking at it. I didn't have a lawnmower yet. They were sick of looking at it. I had 3 neighbors offer to cut the grass.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it that bad?
I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, you should understand the situation. The
Now,
person just moved in here.
Are your neighbors nice, or are
I don't
they...
know. I didn't know them like that, so I don't know.
Do you think they were doing it out of like a kindness of their heart, or if we are embarrassed to be next to your
sending
household?
you a message.
I think it was them trying to set the tone that this is what we do around here. Like I've been in one of their houses entirely too nice, so I can't really gauge, but I do think it was a message because the neighbor to the left and the right both offered to cut the grass, and the neighbor across the street just came with his lawnmower after he cut his grass and said, I can cut it for you real quick right now if you want me to. I said, go right ahead.
So you're going to be a cutting the lawn kind of guy?
Oh, yeah, I've cut the grass already since then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to get a lawnmower. I have one. I told you, I have a lawnmower, so I'm going to cut it.
Get a push lawnmower or riding?
I got a push lawnmower, self-propel.
Okay. I mean, it's still a little bit of manual labor, though.
All right, speaking of manual labor and cutting the grass, I got a boo-boo. My wrist was bouncing on the lawnmower, and I got a blister. Is it soft of me to have acquired gloves for my landscaping duties?
Oh, yes. That's soft.
Just lawn mowing or other duties?
Lawn mowing, weed picking.
You have gloves to cut the grass, not for weed picking, but for cutting the grass as well?
Just to grip the lawnmower?
Yeah.
Maybe you should slow down. Like, what is that?
I think I go way too fast.
That's soft.
I think I go way too fast.
Yeah, you're not really
Are you gripping the throttle too hard? Because you have to like push that like bar down to connect the two, right?
Yeah, I think I'm too far back. Like, because I'm trying to like go really fast.
That's not your form.
Oh, this is my form.
This is pathetic.
I'm trying to.
Why don't you walk casually? Ben is like at a 45-degree angle, butt out to the sky. What kind of? Because
I'm just trying. I'm trying to go as fast as possible.
Do you realize somebody who does not cut grass himself just gave you advice on how to cut grass? I just want you to know how egregious your posture
grass before. But yeah, I don't cut my
You
own.
haven't done it in what?
But you can't go.
When's the last time you cut some grass?
It's probably been since I was living at my parents'
house.
So I cut grass.
You've been an NFL man for a long time.
Yeah, but you can't go too fast, Ben, because it's not going to cut every blade of grass then.
I noticed
walking
a true story as well here in the first time cutting grass, making it seem like it was my big accomplishment.
Wait, first time?
At the new home with the new lawnmower. I had went through it, and it wasn't as cut as I thought it was because I was going way too fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then my fiance was like, "What the heck is this?" She went and did
you didn't. You did not let your woman cut the grass. You did not let your woman cut the grass. I just told my girl, I said, one thing those Wallaces don't do is we don't let women cut the grass. Her mom said, what? I said, women do not cut the grass in a Wallace household.
Well, this is an equal opportunity household.
No, it is not. You had your baby mama with her brand new ring out there.
Oh, no. She didn't have the ring yet.
My goodness. I'm shocked she said yes. You said she paused for 70 seconds. She was thinking about that time you had her out there cutting your grass.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. She did it diagonally, and it looked so much better. And that is when I noticed that Brett, like up and down.
Oh, You come up straight. So you went straight vertical, turned around, and went straight vertical again.
Yeah.
No.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with doing that.
No, you got to circle around the outside, and then you got to cut diagonal, and you got to do the opposite way the next time.
Okay, listen, Brad.
Mr. I don't cut my own grass.
I've seen it happen.
You
so
see
many
Nate do it. You pay somebody
Yeah,
to do that.
I've seen Nate.
You watch Nate?
Yeah, I'm like Nate great angles.
Good circles.
Does he
So
have
you're
the
literally
different color?
you're paying somebody to cut your grass just so you can watch them, so you get the satisfaction of the angles.
And then I can coach you guys on how Nate's doing it because Nate's a pro. You guys aren't pros. I'm not a pro either.
Nate's right.
Nate the Great better be a legend.
He is a legend. He's a legend.
Does Nate wear gloves?
Heck no. Nate's a man's man. He ain't wearing no gloves.
Nate's also sitting down on the mower while he's doing his job.
That's true. He does pull out the weed whacker though and gets all the tough to reach areas and hit boom. He ain't wearing gloves for that. No problem.
I'm wearing gloves with my weed whacker as well.
Man, you are sensitive.
Hey, do you have a hand thing? Do you have like a hand like you like moisturize your hands a lot?
No,
or something like that?
Just got to protect these things.
I mean, they're nice hands.
If you take a look at my hands on YouTube right now, they're a little messed up from doing all this yard work and cutting grass.
Can I be honest?
Very dry.
Can I be honest about our hands? I just saw your hands, Ben. I saw your calloused. I know mine. My hands are not very calloused. I'm not gonna lie. Like they're pretty like soft hands.
Oh yeah, you don't cut the grass.
Yeah, but I do other things.
Such as what, Brad? What do you do?
Do you Dave from Aaron chimes in. Bradley, do you give Nate a carbless when he's done?
Nate's usually a busy man going through it, but he knows the Nortman fridge is full of carbless, and he's welcome to it.
Does he?
I'll make sure next time around.
Wow. Just watching Nate cut your grass and doesn't even offer him.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't know about Nate, but when I'm watching Nate cut my grass or when I go do yard work, I'm always grabbing a carbless. That's because when it's time to finally get my hands dirty and, finally then just relax a little bit, there's nothing like an ice cold carbless that really takes the edge off. And I can look at my domain and say, you know what? Job well done. Cheers to me and enjoy a carbless. A carbless is everything I'm looking for when it comes to an alcoholic beverage. And summer is the perfect time to try it. If you haven't already yet, the whole rest of the world basically has. It's time for you to try it and discover why less is more. That's because it's a guilt-free experience. Guys, I'm dieting, I'm working out. The 0 carbs, no sugars, gluten-free, less carbonation, leading to less bloat and only 100 calories per can, perfectly aligned with me and my healthy lifestyle. Not only that, but it is perfect when it comes to a delicious flavor. Everyone has that first taste and they go, oh, okay, I know what Brad was talking about, whether it be the fruit flavors like pineapple and black cherry and lemon lime, or the classic cocktails. Particularly now, the margaritas are hitting. Margarita, strawberry margarita, so good. If you haven't discovered why carbless is amazing, now is the time. Made right here in Wisconsin. Whether it be you're doing yard work, brewer game, at the lake, whatever. Less is more. Drink a carbless and find out why. Find them online and at retailers near you.
Josh Jacobs took the practice field for the Green Bay Packers. He wasn't in all the drills, but I saw him in uniform and I had a moment. Plus, Kyle read an article about Josh Jacobs, so we got to know what fan blog that Kyle's gonna talk about in his green sweater. Our Packer backers next in 2 minutes.
Suit up for the $800,000 Sports Car Series at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. April through May, score free play, cash, one of 4 new Toyota GR86s or a new Toyota Supra. Play with your club card to earn entries, 5 times the entries on drawing days, and when the Milwaukee Brewers play at home. Got what it takes? Slugger, only at Potawatomi. For more details, visit paysbig.com/sportscar. Must be 21 and a club member to play.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. My name is Riley Yauk, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. The NTT IndyCar Series is coming June 6th through the 9th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule at roadamerica.com. Unfortunately, the Brewers' encore performance in the Craig Counsell Return Series didn't go quite as flawlessly as the first, as Milwaukee fell last night 6-3 in 10 innings against the Cubs. Brewers manager Pat Murphy said Chicago just won the big moments.
Yeah, there's a lot of key moments. That was one of them for sure. Robbing the home run's a huge moment. Credit to them. The throw from left field to the bang play, key moment. I think they had some key moments and did what they had to do. Their starting pitcher was tremendous.
Brewers going to have a tall order tonight as they face the Cubs' Shota Imanaga for the first time tonight. First pitch, 6:40. Then some unfortunate news on the college football 25 front as the jump around, according to The Athletic, will not play at Camp Randall in the much-anticipated video game. Very sad. Hopefully some other traditions make it. We'll see. KBN continues right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle Brust and Nordman, KBN. Sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and Alex Strofe running the show. UKBN Nation 800-990-3776. Brad Nortman always coming in handy with chargers, phone chargers, computer chargers, saving mine and Kyle's lives every day in these studios.
Don't forget protein bars.
Protein bars when I'm hungry.
Yep.
Yeah,
Got what you need.
That's taking advantage.
No, it's less than once a week.
Yeah, it's like
It's like bi-weekly.
break for emergency. You know?
Yeah.
You got one?
Of course.
You need more than protein. You got to do some push-ups first so you can go to those muscles.
I'll do both.
There, I got you.
No, he need a dinner at some Big Mama house. That's what he need.
Explain.
Big Mama house.
A Big
What's
Mama's
that
house.
mean?
Big Mama's house. Y'all never seen. So Big Mama in the black community is usually Big Mama like grandma who cooks, right? And cooks a lot of food, greasy food. And so you go to Big Mama house and eat good.
If you got a hookup, let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah, I'll invite you up. Well, my mama ain't a Big Mama. She's a beautiful woman, but I'll invite you over one day.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen. He made it very clear in the first hour of the show that he does not want us to come see him outside
Hey,
of
he
work.
said that about you two, not
That's
about
very
me.
true. I didn't say about Strofe.
Oh, yeah? You want to hang out with Strofe?
Strofe is a nomad right now.
said
He's just roaming different houses.
He said,
Strofe, you are thin. That's a compliment. Do you have a fast metabolism, or do you just not eat like that much?
Both.
Just curious.
When you have to say that is a compliment.
You're thin. You're slender. That's a compliment.
Yeah, it is. I mean, most people love that.
I have a fast metabolism, I only eat 2 meals a day.
Interesting. Which one do you skip?
Breakfast.
Why?
Never hungry in the morning.
Me either.
Coffee's all I need.
Coffee.
Interesting.
That's not good.
Lunch is usually my first meal.
I'm a slow-moving morning person, so it's a lot of work to have to make something.
I mean, they make it so convenient now, guys. You can make oatmeal the night before like me.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe if you would eat breakfast, you wouldn't be asking my man's Brad for a breakfast or a bar. What do you call it? Protein bar?
Yeah, protein bar.
A protein bar halfway through the show.
Powerful.
You're probably right, but I usually it's usually when I skip lunch is when I need the protein bar. Doesn't make a little more sense now?
Eat breakfast.
2-5. Now, you read an article about Josh Jacobs, but I did this Packers Twitter thing where I saw Josh Jacobs at number 8, and my first reaction was, what the hell is Amari Rodgers doing back on the Green Bay Packers? And I was like, wait, that guy's way too swaggy and looks a lot better in his movements, and he's quicker, and he's stronger, and he's carrying the football, not fumbling it. So I was like, that's Josh Jacobs. And I got really excited to see Josh Jacobs in just a regular old drill on Twitter. I'm excited about Josh Jacobs, and it hit me today, right? Like, you go through the Aaron Jones conversation of, are we going to regret getting rid of him? He's now with Minnesota. Easy to say goodbye as he's embracing the culture over there because to be honest, his agent kind of messed it up and didn't do him right by trying to get him the best deal. And I don't think it would have worked out regardless, but he's no longer here. You see Josh Jacobs, I get excited. Kyle, I thought you'd be more on my page, but you're not as excited because you read too much.
No. Here's the thing. Am I excited for Josh Jacobs? Absolutely. All Packers fans should be excited about the potential of what Josh Jacobs could bring to this offense. But here's the thing. At one point, I thought this was a move, and then I was excited about the move, and now I'm back to the point where will this be more risk than it will be reward? Because when you take a deeper dive into what Josh Jacobs has done, did you know Josh Jacobs is 4 years younger than Aaron Jones? But guess who has more career carries?
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs has 138 more career carries. He has more miles on his legs. It's like buying a vehicle. Do you buy the 2015 vehicle with only 50,000 miles, or do you buy the 2018 vehicle with 75,000 miles? Which one do you get more value from? And when I'm thinking about Josh Jacobs, and I look at his overall, when you look at career average per carry, who has a larger career average per carry? Aaron Jones has that. And they both, and last week, we talked about injuries. Josh Jacobs, did he practice last week?
Oh, my God.
What I'm saying is this, though. I believe
if you're going to use the injury thing, you could say he was injured.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this, is that when I look at this, I love the fact that we do have Josh Jacobs, but let's be hesitant. We need to make sure that Josh Jacobs' best days aren't behind him and the best days are still in front of him, because he has a lot of mileage on him already at the young age of 26.
Before Brad, I want to ask this question because I think Brad could help me answer it. There's a difference in build between the two. And I loved how Aaron Jones, although short, was a strong runner in the middle of, like, he could go inside, he could sweep outside, like, he could catch passes. He was as versatile as you can find in a running back. But his build is not a Josh Jacobs build. His build is not to be the bell cow.
Yeah, because what those carries reflect to me is that Josh Jacobs has proven that he can be an every down back. He can be a workhorse. He can be a bell cow. He can be a guy that you can rely on to stay healthy. I know he was out for half the season last year, but generally speaking, his history reflects being available, being healthy, being able to tote the rock more than most. So if anything, yes, I understand that when Josh Jacobs is 30 years old, I don't think I want him on the Green Bay Packers. But at age 26, he's proven that he can last a whole season and he can carry the rock a bunch. I just want to ask you, when's the last time you felt like the Green Bay Packers had a strong, lethal rushing attack that was consistent?
It's been a while since we had consistency, because we know Aaron Jones, whether it's the coach not giving him the ball enough, not utilizing him enough, it just felt like we did not consistently maximize Aaron Jones. And some of it was on his own doing because of health, and he can't control that.
Yeah, so I feel like with Aaron Jones, no doubt he was a great Packer, beloved, and so versatile and talented when he was given the ball, but he was underutilized and he was inconsistent as far as health. It takes me all the way back to like 2007, 8, and 9 with Ryan Grant putting up 1,200 yards that I actually feel like the Packers had a sustainable, consistent running game. I think you need that, particularly late in the season. You can't just throw it all on the quarterback and say, Green Bay Packer quarterback, go win us a Super Bowl. It takes rushing too. I think Josh Jacobs is the perfect, healthy, consistent bell cow running back that can help provide that for Jordan Love.
To the analogy you gave, Kyle, about do you want the 2015 with 50,000 or the 2017 with 75,000? Is that what you're going for him? Maybe there's a reason why that, Aaron Jones is more of the 2017 car and doesn't have as many carries because he's not as durable, and Matt LaFleur didn't trust to give him as many carries as Josh Jacobs. If they would, they could have used him that way, but he's not built that way.
What I'm looking at this now, after reading the
you're
article,
you're comparing real quick an SUV to a sedan.
No, what I'm comparing is the fact that at the end of the day, they're human beings, and I know I used the car analogy, but miles are miles. Like, carries are carries. To have more than 138 carries than Aaron Jones and to be that much younger than Aaron Jones, it should let you know that he signed a 4-year contract, but when you looked at the contract, I think the Packers can get out of it after like 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you this. Oh boy, Josh Jacobs, he ain't going to be a Packer for 4 years. He's not, and the Packers understand he ain't going to be here all 4 years. If they continue to run Josh Jacobs into the ground as the the Las Vegas Raiders did, Josh Jacobs, by the time it gets to year 4, is going to be completely declining. Don't think that they didn't draft Marshawn Lloyd for no reason. The Packers know exactly what they're doing. Come year 3, that's going to be the trend down for Josh Jacobs and the ascension of Marshawn Lloyd.
But don't you think then that Goody was brilliant in the way he structured it? That Josh Jacobs, you're getting him in his prime, and you're going to get 2 great years out of Josh Jacobs. And then Marshawn Lloyd, you can hand it off to him, and he's going to be the dude.
I understand that. Yes, it's fantastic, but I'm saying we should have some reservations because last year Josh Jacobs did have some nagging injuries that he dealt with. And on top of that, you put a lot of carries plus nagging injuries. Just because he's 26 and young doesn't mean that his best days are still ahead of him. I'm excited about what potentially could happen, but I still do have my reservations about the overall production that we're going to get from Josh Jacobs if he can stay healthy.
Now, here's what I'll give credit to Kyle for. This is having a Green Bay Packer backer take with some reservation.
Yeah, very.
Have you ever
very
heard
balanced?
Stroh, have you ever
very-
heard Kyle, even on your time on the Green Bay Game Day pregame show, which we had for 3 hours before every home game with you and Kyle and Tori and Jason Wilde, have you ever heard Kyle like this?
Kyle, why so pessimistic?
Hey, man, come on! Don't steal that. Don't you steal that out of my mouth?
Why are you?
Don't you
being
mock me?
So negative, Nancy,
Don't
around
you-
the Packers' new exciting running back,
Don't-
who was an
don't you do that.
All-Pro in the league just 2 years ago.
Don't you do that to me?
Led the
I'm
league
just-
in rushing, 1,000 yards on first down 2 years ago. His better days might not be ahead of him.
Well, I'm
Let's
just-
have tons of reservations.
What are you doing here, dude?
What,
It's May.
All I'm saying is this. You can look at the numbers that's out there. There is a potential that Josh Jacobs could turn out not to be as what we expect him to be. He's not coming off a career high in games played. He's not coming off in a career high of carries. He's not coming off a career high of yards.
Is everyone
Again,
supposed to be when you sign him?
No, what I'm
and if he was, they probably wouldn't able to get him.
What I'm saying is this, is that we think this is 100% reward. We upgraded. We're hoping that we for sure upgraded because we're basing this off him being younger, not based off the fact that Aaron Jones did not deliver for us. Wipe me down first down.
Josh Jacobs has the ability to produce more than Aaron Jones.
We'll see. TBD.
He's proven that.
He has.
He's proven that. He was first team All-Pro.
In
Aaron
the past,
Jones has never been.
He's coming off a season where he had a down year, fellas. All I'm saying is that this fall he has a lot to prove.
What coaching staff did they have? What offensive line did they have? What system did they have? What passing game did they have?
Okay, I understand. He's in a better situation.
I just figured there were so many reasons as to why you'd be more optimistic than having this negative backpedal Kyle Wallace energy.
All I'm saying is that right now, when I look at Xavier McKinney, I think Xavier McKinney is an absolute home run. I don't think there's no way that Xavier McKinney doesn't contribute right away to this team. Whereas I look at Josh Jacobs and what we're trading him out for, and again, it's not a trade, but you're replacing a running back that was a very solid running back and a great team leader with somebody who, again, in the past, he has been great, but last year, immediately what he did for us lately, he was hurt and hampered by injuries just like Aaron Jones was. And again, the argument is about age, but what I'm bringing to the table is, and when you look at carries and durability and how many miles somebody has on their actual legs, Josh Jacobs has more miles on his legs. I'm just letting y'all know that this Josh Jacobs thing ain't so much of a lock as we think it might be.
So what is it to you? So Josh Jacobs needs to play this many games and have this many rushing yards for you to say, okay, I can prove he's proven to me that he can be that running back.
If Josh Jacobs is the guy that we signed and what we think is going to be a guy that could rush for 1,300 yards and play in all 17 football games, yeah, I don't think the expectation should be anything less than that. He's getting paid to be a top-tier running back.
So I don't know what running back is playing all 17 games every single year.
Well, Aaron Jones, his most rushing yards is 1,100 yards. So you're already saying he needs to eclipse everything Aaron Jones has already done.
That's what we're expecting, isn't it? We're not expecting Aaron Jones. We're expecting something more than that.
I do agree with going over what Aaron Jones does based off the ability for him to get more touches and be out there a lot more than Jones was because he's younger, and that's what he's proven to be. Now let's go to Adam and Madison, 800-990-3776. Kyle's a little cautious about Josh Jacobs. Where are you?
I'm actually pretty happy about Josh Jacobs. I mean, yeah, he is younger, but at the same time, when was the last time Jones made it through a season without missing games because of injury? He's had nagging injuries his entire career, and Jacobs was putting up those numbers with a subpar line in Oakland or Vegas. Derek Carr is the best quarterback he's played with. He's coming into a major upgrade all around with another good young running back. He's going to be much better than Jones was the last couple of years.
It's hard for me to say he's going to be so much better. I think he can be better, right? Aaron Jones was a really good piece for the Green Bay Packers. Even some intangible stuff that we saw that Micah Parsons and him talked about at the Super Bowl, or that Jordan Love and Micah Parsons were talking about how Aaron Jones would pick up stuff that he just naturally felt from his experience back there, giving Love more time to make those plays against the Cowboys in the divisional game. But there's a lot to be seen.
Thank you. I agree. A lot to be seen, and hopefully it's good seeing that we're going to see out of our boy Josh Jacobs.
I'm excited for Josh Jacobs. I think if there's any skill position guy that I could say, hey, Brad, you can choose any one of these guys to have a big year, who's it going to be? I would choose Josh Jacobs. He's that important to this team. If the Packers can establish an actual top 8 running game, oh my goodness. This offense is going to be ridiculous.
They definitely can be, and I hope the offense becomes ridiculous as well for the Milwaukee Bucks again moving forward, as I'm sick and tired of seeing other teams play in the playoffs and thinking back to the first-round losses. But you can hear more about what's happening behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR benefits consultant. Behind the Bucks dives deep into Bucks in 6, a culture unknowingly created by former Bucks star Brandon Jennings. Take a look inside the Brandon Jennings story, the origin of Bucks in 6, how it became the rallying cry, and what it truly means to Jennings and Bucks fans alike. Find Behind the Bucks on Bucks.com/plus. The Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher. Every Wednesday at 3:15, it's time for the punter. It's time to hear Brad Nortman out next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
I'm going to quote the great Martin Luther King in this.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to bring up MLK. You know what he said? Oh, wow. He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And you know what matters to me? Booing Craig Counsell and booing the Chicago Cubs.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Bandana? Check. Boots? Check. Gloves? Check. As a motorcycle rider in Wisconsin, you may go to great lengths to protect your image. Just be sure you're protecting yourself, too. Wear a Department of Transportation-approved helmet. Perform safety checks on your motorcycle. Know the traffic laws and don't take risks. Motorists and motorcyclists can work together to achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roads. 0 in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
Forward Madison FC's professional soccer season is underway, and they want you to pack out Breeze Stevens Field. Need a night out with the whole family? Try the Forward Madison Family Special presented by MG&E. Score a ticket to the match, a meal, and an FMFC scarf, all for just $25 per person. Visit ForwardMadisonFC.com to purchase your tickets today. That's ForwardMadisonFC.com. Forward Madison, fun for all.
Derek Jeter for American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they'll help protect your family's dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, we have liftoff, or a budding prima ballerina, you can count on an American Family Insurance agent to help you dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Ruger Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand.
Crawling back to you. Never thought I'd call and when
Every Wednesday, we get the opportunity to go inside the brain of Brad Nortman. I'm Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace here with you. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Alex Strofe running the show. Let's hear from our punter. Let's hear Brad out.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad out.
Guys, we talked about this yesterday. In the wake of the famous or infamous umpire Angel Hernandez retiring, there's
Angel.
Oh, is it Angel? Is it Angel?
I
don't know. Which one is it?
I mean,
I think
Is it
does.
Angel?
I think it's Angel.
I think it does go by Angel.
Okay.
I mean, you were trying to be culturally correct.
That's right. I am trying to be culturally correct. Either way, he retired, and the conversation for electronic officiating has never been more intense. It's not only baseball. They're talking about it in football. They're talking about it in plenty of other sports. I think let's take the human element out of officiating and let's put in this electronic element. To that, I say absolutely not. We must keep human officiating at all sports, at all levels. Maybe not all levels, but professional levels for sure. I'm going to get into why. I can tell Ben already likes it.
Let him finish.
That gets my blood pumping.
I didn't do it. I just was reacting to an early statement.
That gets my blood pumping even more. Guys, at the professional levels, yes, they make bad calls, but I love the drama. I love the unpredictability. I love the unique part of sports that even though everything else ebbs and flows, right? TV, movie, whatever else, sports is the last truly unscripted, unpredictable form of entertainment, and the officiating is a part of that. The human element of that can't be missed out on. Because it's unscripted, unknown, and unpredictable, the human element makes it so much more fun. The conversation, the drama, it elevates it. If you're going to put in, let's say it's a electronic umpire for balls and strikes. Let's say that it's the chain gang in the NFL game, and it's all electronic. That becomes stiff, boring, stale, and uniform. I don't want my sports to be any of that. I want them to be fun. I want them to add elements to the conversation. And guys, let's be honest. When the umpire gives that, you're out, or when the chain gang runs out there and you don't know it's going to be inches.
You're
out.
You can tell he never.
You
really
got to do
practiced
a
that.
way better.
Okay, I'll be honest.
You need a better strike three call.
I'll be honest. I've never done that before. So the first time on air. So or when it's like fourth and inches and like did they get it? And the chain gang, they run out there, they tighten the chain, they put it down. That is a moment of drama that I don't want to lose out on. Or the when the basketball umpire gives like the
basketball
charge
umpire
referee. I'm all up in it right now. My blood's pumping. Gives the charge emotion. Or even in soccer when they give the card. There is something about the theatrics of sport.
I don't like the charge call because that is lending itself to the home.
I think it's
arena,
so fun.
right?
Like so fun.
I do love that they put it into it because they really do step in.
I know, but like that suggests that they are biased by liking that the crowd is cheering for what they're about to do.
It reflects how egregious of a call it actually was. So, guys, the human element, the human theatrics that is sports, it would be missing a critical component if they ever move to this AI, artificial, electronic governing of the game. It's got to be stopped. The organic nature of referees has to be maintained in there. I don't care if it makes it better. I don't care if it makes strikes and balls more accurate or whatever else.
Balls and strikes? You call them strikes and balls?
Yeah,
just backwards.
I feel like you're being nitpicky.
Oh, I mean, from the basketball umpire to strikes and balls.
There is an umpire in basketball, isn't there?
Okay.
No, there's an umpire on the football field.
It wouldn't be a here Brad out if I didn't have many different interruptions from many different areas. So to land this plane, electronic officiating, which is on its way. I mean, Major League Baseball might do it in 2025, 2026. Probably not next year, but 2026. Guys, it's coming. And I say we put a stop to it. I don't want that in my game. I don't want that in my professional games. I think it's far more entertaining to let the real human umpires, referees, and officials have their play in the game.
Typically, I go to Kyle first for a hear Brad out. But Brad, you mentioned that taking away the umpires, the human element, would make sports stiff and boring and stale. Our very own stiff and boring stale guy, Brad Nortman, nailed this 100%.
Hey.
I want the drama. I want like the human element of like if it's a close call, guess what? You have to learn to adjust to who is behind the plate. Now, I don't want Angel Hernandez back there where he's missing a foot off, as you would say.
Angel.
I want the human element. I want, like, if it becomes robotic, right, then what emotion is there going to be? We thrive off drama. Sports are drama. It's a soap opera. And the soap opera becomes boring when you take away the character that, I don't know, I don't want to get graphic. I think in soap operas, sometimes, like, somebody... They're trying to find the murderer or something. So you know what I mean? They take away the whole spice of the show.
They can be a villain. They can be a villain in some respects.
Yeah, you're both wrong. You really are. I mean, at what point, when did getting things right all of a sudden became this controversial thing? You mean to tell me
Kyle.
Getting the right call, taking away human error? Here's the thing, is that, yes, should you have umpires still call balls and strikes? Sure. Why not? But if somebody decides to challenge a call for balls and strikes, what's more suspenseful when they go in, they do the replay, and you're waiting to see what the call is? And you talk about goals in soccer. I love the fact that they have VAR. You go back and they say if the goal's good, what does the crowd do if they says the goal's good? It erupts. And it comes to foul calls in NBA when a referee goes and says, the ruling on the field is overturned. It actually is this. The crowd goes crazy. You can still have that. In football with first downs, how wouldn't it be cool if you had, instead of running the chain gang out there, you have a laser that shoots out there and everybody goes and tries to look at the laser to see if the nose of the football broke the plane of the laser? There is still suspense. There is still excitement in that, but there is something that you can say is you got the call right, and that's what matters the most.
How in the world?
Oh my
How
gosh.
in the world in the game of football? I always hear, put a chip in the ball. How does a chip in the ball know when a knee or elbow or butt hits the ground? It does not have the sensory to the person that's holding it.
You go to replay to go see where you spot the ball.
What if there are bodies everywhere like there already is now and they can't overturn calls?
You use judgment calls, and it's a matter of fact, if you put a sensor in, listen, I know you got dumb yesterday doing the Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust when Greg Scalzo came back, but if they can have technology, they can put chips inside the grass in the field where they can tell you exactly where to place the ball. Come on now, technology is that far advanced.
Well, and to your point, Kyle, if it is something egregious and there is some sort of monitoring system going on to make sure that horrible calls are not affecting the game, then yeah, I'm okay with that. But they're talking about implementing a laser for a spot, or you're talking about
that'd be fantastic. Get it right.
Strike zone. That is
get
so
it.
lame.
We should get it right. Matter of fact, in the NFC Championship game, I think the Packers got some
Kyle's lame. Kyle's lame. Kyle's lame. Kyle's lame. Why are you chanting with us?
I don't know. I like chanting with people. It could be for me or against me, but I'm telling you this right now. I would have preferred us getting the right spot when Aaron Jones got that first down, or not got the first down, was closer when it should have been 3rd and 1 or 3rd and inches instead of being 3rd and 2.5. So yeah, I like getting things right.
But even that, you can never put a whole game on a ref. Right? I mean, it never comes down to just one play or never just one call.
When the pitcher from the Detroit Tigers, Andre Galarraga, whatever his name is, whoever it was, who lost his perfect game.
I remember exactly what you're saying because the umpire made the wrong call.
Exactly.
But guess what? There is now replay for that.
Well, we talk about Angel Hernandez.
If anything, they should go back in the record books and change it now that they changed the rule.
Well, with Angel, the reason why nobody liked him is because he got a lot of calls wrong, especially when he calls the balls and strikes. I was watching the Brewers game a couple days ago, and they had a terrible missed call on a strike.
That's part of baseball, and for the
Armando Galarraga,
for the other team, there's also missed balls and strikes.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine, but I want to get it all corrected. I'd rather have a game that's accurate than a game that's flawed by human error.
No, that takes away from the entertainment, the theatrics,
No,
the fun of it.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
That
You can
becomes
still
so lame.
ring them up. Strike through your out. You can still ring them up. You can do that.
No,
No,
because
you can't.
there's no
He's
connection
gone.
for that emotional connection of the umpire making the call.
You know, with these, like the theorized AI for the strike zone, there'll be no umpire. It's just the batter, the catcher, and then the catcher will catch it, and you'll look up to the thing and say, what's this going to say, ball or strike?
Well, the umpire can
Ball.
relay the message. It should,
Like,
it should
that
put
is
it,
so boring.
No, it should be something in his ear that says strike, and he just goes, strike one.
But he's useless.
Strike two.
If
Strike three.
the umpire would be useless in that
Actually,
situation.
as an umpire, they should embrace this. It's less on them, and it's more exciting. Matter of
No,
fact,
they're becoming obsolete.
I would
All right.
sign up to be an umpire.
Brad thinks that there needs to be the human element in refereeing. What do you think, KBN Nation? 800-990-3776. Kyle is...
Get rid of you slum humans.
behind the plate.
Wow.
Bum humans.
Are you just trying to like cozy up to AI right now when it takes over? And it's like, oh, that Kyle Wallace.
He was nice to us.
He nice to us.
Yeah,
We
clip
won't-
this
we won't
and send
kill
it to
him.
Microsoft.
You think Microsoft
Or
is
Google.
the one?
Or NVIDIA.
Boston Robotics. I think
Boston
is the
Dynamics.
one with the...
Army of-
Yeah.
Oh, whoever can make sure they don't
Frightening.
attack me.
Well, just make sure you gear up with your own strength at the Princeton Club. With 8 locations, 8 in Madison, 1 in New Berlin, you can find your better tomorrow. And all you gotta do is have the courage to go in there and just get the tour. They're open 24/7. They have free childcare with the membership. You're gonna have the best equipment and the best facility. So join the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. We hear from KBN Nation 800-990-3776. Reacting to Brad's Hear Brad Out. That's next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Do you wash your shins in the shower? We shower from hair to kneecap. The rest can drip down our legs to our feet.
Doesn't work that way.
No, it does work that way.
What does the poll say?
34% don't wash their shins.
That is shockingly low. KBN Nation, you're better than that.
Yeah, it sounds like we have a lot of disgusting human beings on this planet.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Derek Jeter for American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they'll help protect your family's dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina, you can count on an American Family Insurance agent to help you dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. This season, spring into adventure together in the Chevy of your choice.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Hey,
Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Fleet Farm has everything you need to reel in even more fish this summer. Rod and reel combos? We've got them. Exclusive lures you won't find anywhere else. You betcha. And this week, Berkeley Gulp Plastics and Scents are on sale for 20% off. Plus, keep your drinks cold and food fresh on those marathon fishing days with our huge selection of Yeti coolers and drinkware, featuring new seasonal colors like Big Wave Blue. Angle in to get everything you need for your everyday life at Fleet Farm.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
No, it's not official. Let me call my parents.
Brad Nortman does not want everything to become AI, robotic, as it comes to umpires, referee. And I'm with him. Kyle's not. What say you, KBN Nation? 800-990-3776. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, John in West Bend. You're up first.
Hey, guys, thanks for taking my call. I think you're going to get everything that you want because you want the chain gang to still come out, and Kyle wants the lasers. My guess is the lasers will be between two posts that they hold up. So it's not going to be like a light show, but they'll still probably have to run out there to hold it up to get the measurement. So you guys get exactly what you want.
I appreciate the thought, John. It still doesn't change how I feel.
I don't know. I feel like a laser going through. Imagine, you know how before they put the ball right up to the chain? Now imagine, like John just said, they have the two chains from each side and it comes out and they walk it out and then everybody stands around the football trying to look and the laser shoots out and the crowd goes wild at the defense just because they got the turnover on downs. Yeah, that'll be exciting. There's nothing more fun than that.
I'm not sure that is better than the chain gang running out there and
and the last second
and then just down in the ground. But even with that being said, what we're talking about, you're talking about just basically a laser first down that you activate sometimes. This AI
whole
officiating
laser thing, I just think of arming the laser.
Like AI officiating goes beyond that. You're talking about chips in a ball. You're talking about sensors on the field.
You're talking about accuracy.
You're talking about something that takes away from the fun, from the
numbers guy. Accuracy. I thought you liked things to be accurate. You won't want your taxes.
There are plenty of things to be accurate for.
Already. Is spots really that inaccurate that really changes outcomes of games?
Yeah, it does. I told you the Green Bay Packers against the 49ers that they had a bad spot.
I'm kind of with Kyle on this one. I was so mad the first quarter. It was such a bad spot.
It was terrible. It was egregious. It was absolutely egregious.
And it was no good angles to overturn it.
It is bad.
Challenging.
Ask any player, any coach, that they'll always say, the official doesn't dictate the outcome of the game. Let's go talk to Jordan Love's 2 interceptions. Let's talk to letting people run wild.
And that's why I'm very anti-blame ref. No. You have more opportunity to make an impact on the game than the referees.
Listen,
for sure.
Listen, I understand that's true. But referees can
I'm
play
trying to
a
think
role.
of fixing
They
games
can play-
as
Tim Donahue have to say about
He
that.
have to say something about that.
Here's the thing, is that referees do play a role in the outcome of the game. They miss calls all the time. That can play a role in the outcome of a game. I believe it was the New Orleans Saints game where they called the pass interference call that eventually led to them having a season where you can try to challenge pass interference calls. Like, they can have an outcome in the game, and their calls by play to play definitely have an they play
Kyle,
into
be
the role
quiet.
of the game.
Someone wants to have your back.
Oh, yeah. Who is this?
John in Milwaukee. Welcome into Kyle Brust and Nortman. You're up.
Afternoon, gentlemen. How we doing?
Fantastic. You?
Great.
I'm just trying not to die over here. I think I'm going to make it. Kyle, I got your back, and here's why.
Appreciate you.
The thing I love about sports is I love the human drama. I love the performances. That's what I watch for. I don't watch to see if some guy in a stupid-looking button-up shirt behind the plate can call a strike when it's 6 inches off the plate. All right, that's not something I want to watch. I don't think that needs to be in the game, and I think the game is nonetheless riveting watching the players play, not did this guy screw up another call.
John, don't you think the human element adds to the drama, though?
Yeah, you're taking something away.
There's more players. There's more unpredictability. Players meaning more impact on the game. There's more unpredictability, more drama.
You don't like when the managers
Okay, here, let me give you. Can I give you guys an example?
Don't get my boy John all worked up.
No,
He's
we're
trying
just
to
asking him a
survive.
question.
He
That's
did say
true.
that.
All right.
He did say that.
Well, no, let me give you an example of this, okay? All right, so let's say, so bottom of the ninth inning, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the pitcher's got a couple pitches you can kind of give away before it gets to a full count. And, he's probably going to groove one right down the plate, particularly in a win or lose type situation. So maybe he throws one that's a few inches off the plate to see if he's going to chase. All right, and so from the pitcher's perspective, you're playing cat and mouse. From the hitter's perspective, you got to swing anything close. Do you have the discipline to hold up on something that you shouldn't swing at? Well, I want to see that. I don't want to see you hold up on that third strike and Angel Hernandez make the punch out when it's like 6 inches off the plate. That's not riveting. That's I stopped.
No,
I'm not going to give it an FCC.
So I like it, John. I like it. So you mentioned the cat and mouse game. There's a cat and mouse game within the cat and mouse game of the umpire. They have data. They know who these umpires are. They have crews that travel around. And when it comes to knowing who's behind the plate, are they more pitcher friendly? Are they more hitter friendly?
Do you hear what you're
exactly
saying?
right. No.
That is completely changing the outcome, not based off the skill set. It's based off, I know this umpire here, he has a wider strike zone.
Yeah.
He has a higher line.
And guess what? So
adds
Kyle, let me say one more thing, okay? Because I was getting to this with
And
John
I
on the
wanna add
phone.
something to
And I'd
yours.
love for you to add, right? So
Let's
Pat
play for John,
Murphy
too.
or the Yankees manager who got tossed for not even saying anything in the first
Aaron
inning,
Boone.
right? That creates storylines. That creates eyeballs. That creates drama. That creates tension throughout the game that might lead to a blow up and people going crazy, throwing bases across the field. That's fun to watch. And if you say you don't enjoy a nice scuffle between grown men spitting in each other's faces, yelling at each other about calls, then you're boring to me.
And that's the beauty of sports. It's unpredictable, it's unscripted, and it's imperfect. When I played for the Jags, my second year particularly, they leaned big time into analytics. And before every game, they would do a breakdown of the officiating crew for that game. And they would say they're 2 times more likely to call holding. They're 3 times less likely to call pass interference. And you would change the way you play a little bit in order to accommodate for that. And that would be something you would think about as you prepare and then actually on Sunday. So that level of additional thought and gamesmanship as a professional athlete is so fun. It's so unique. And there's just a human element that I just cannot see the game being as good if you don't have that.
Fellas, sports evolves just like everything else in life. Yes, the element of being able to understand that these referees are going to call this less or call this more allows you to adjust. Like, that's cool, but let that be in the past. Let's let the game be more natural and free and correct by having these officials actually get the call right, by having assistants. Use technology to your advantage.
And real quick, I can understand why if everything is 97% correct now and you can get to 100, does that 3% that you add in accuracy, it takes what you lose is greater. The cost is greater of all the intrigue, of all the fun, of the drama. I think losing out on that drama for 3% better of calls is a bad trade.
I'd rather see a dunk than see a referee make a call.
Oh, my goodness.
Shout out to my boy John.
800-990-3776. We'll keep getting your calls and your texts, but I want the human element with talking to somebody who works at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, like Gina Della from Pella.
I mean, I'll tell you what, they are a human element that is from start to finish that makes you feel like, you know what? This is the decision that I need to make for my household because it's completely customizable. They work with you, the actual person of you, to make sure you get exactly what you need. Color, size, fit. Ben, you've got that bay window that you were talking to Gina about. It's a unique structure. And she's like, oh, yeah, we can take care of that, no problem. When we
Customize, find the budget, what we're looking for, vinyl wood. We got it.
That's right. And you guys know me. I'm always about a deal. I'm looking for high-quality products, but at a deal. And right now, Pella is giving you that deal. 0% interest for 48 months. That is 4 years of 0% interest. And you can get those Pella windows and doors that's going to increase your home value, decrease your energy costs. You guys know I like it cold, so I'm pumping the air conditioning recently. You can keep that cost down with the beautiful, luxurious, and reliable Pella windows and doors of Wisconsin. But you got to take advantage of that deal by May 31st. Visit PellaWI.com.
More from Kyle Bruston Nortman, us and you, KBN Nation, next.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Kayla Williams sucks.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Hunter Vaughn. Senior golfer Cameron Huss competed in the NCAA National Championship Tournament over the weekend. Huss opened the tournament with 2 birdies on the back 9 to shoot an even par in the first round, but followed that up with a 5 over in the second and 2 over in the third round, finishing 7 over, missing the 4th round cut, and finishing 51st out of 150 golfers. The Kenosha native was also named to the All-Region Midwest team by the Golf Coaches Association.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 48 months when you order by May 31st. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. It's been over 4.5 years I've worked with Zimbrick European, and it's time for you to stop on by and check out all the inventory they have to offer. You can also go to ZimbrickEuropean.com for certified pre-owns, Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, electric vehicles. They literally have it all for you. It's your one-stop shop. Don't forget about Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans as well. Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Check it out. You will enjoy it.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Ever since the beginning in 1961, Stoughton Trailers has played a part in helping their local communities of Stoughton, Evansville, and Broadhead hit a home run off the field. At Stoughton Trailers, it's not just about the products, but how their team can make a difference in their communities. Proudly supporting local blood drives, United Way, participating in Sit and Demai in Stoughton, and sponsoring our local youth and high school sports. Stoughton Trailers, looking forward to the limitless possibilities that lie ahead. Stoughton Trailers, the best is yet to come.
Jim Rutledge here, and I want to tell you about the Bruce Company, Dane County's premier retailer of outdoor furniture. They'll help you elevate your outdoor living space like they have for me. Exceptional craftsmanship, all the latest styles, colors, and durable materials that hold up to whatever Wisconsin weather brings. From deep seating to dining, pick your set and the Bruce Company will customize it to fit your style. Visit their furniture showroom in Middleton and let their trained staff help you bring your outdoor dreams to life. The Bruce Company, your outdoor living experts.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. We've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Dog, I can't remember a game that was this good.
Yeah, you know what else would be great right now? Some food from the Great Dane.
I know, but we can't go right now.
Good news! The Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company is available on DoorDash and Uber Eats. Stay in the game with the full menu delivered from the Great Dane closest to you. Downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, or East Madison. Order today with DoorDash and Uber Eats or on thegreatdanepub.com. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's original brew pub since 1994.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Road America at Elkhart Lake is a great place for you to have affordable family fun because you can enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. And up next is the NTT IndyCar Series, June 6th through the 9th. I know they got motocross, but just make sure you get the 6th through the 9th tickets at roadamerica.com. So many racing events. It's like a national park. Well, they call it America National Park of Speed. But you have fantastic concession stands, high-speed excitement. You can camp out all weekend. It's everything you need and more. Go to roadamerica.com to get your tickets today. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and Alex Strofer on the show. UKBN Nation, 800-990-3776. Reluctantly, I go to Ron in the key, 800-990-ESPN.
I'd be reluctant. Going to be proven wrong. You do not want the human element. Why have a shot clock? Why not just have the ref count to 24? If they need contacts or glasses, why have that? It's more human element. Let them see how God made them.
Preach.
You want it precise. You don't see a coach going, nice human element there. No, they're upset when the foul is wrong.
But
you
it
absolutely don't want the human
creates
element.
things for you, Ron, as a fan,
It's
which
for
I
the
don't know.
fans.
I don't know what you are, other than just wanting things to be mathematical and robotic. I like the fan element
Correct. I
for
want
me
things to
as
be
somebody who
correct.
watches. Look, Ron. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this for a second. I'll speak our language, and hopefully people can follow. Right, from a betting perspective, I know that when I enter into a bet, that there are things that can go my way and not go my way, and it can affect the outcome. But that's part of the rush that I get watching something that I bet on, is knowing that something could go my way and I could win, or something could not go my way and I could lose.
You lost a $5,000 bet because of a bad
That's
call.
irresponsible.
Okay. You bet $100 where you can win. You did a parlay, in the last leg of the parlay, you can win $1,800.
I would have hedged.
Okay, stop. What I'm saying is, a bad call, you're coming in here the next day, and you're not talking about, that was so exciting watching me lose out on my parlay. You'll be talking about how egregious
Ron
that
is
call
screaming.
was.
Your dopamine won't be any different with or without correct calls. Because there'll still be a win, there'll still be a loss.
It increases the level of predictability in sports, and the reason you watch sports is because of unpredictability, because you don't know what's going to happen. It's one of the few things in life where it's not scripted, where it's entertaining. It's entertainment. It's fun.
Who's your favorite NFL official?
I don't know.
You?
But they play.
It was Gene Steratore, because he used to ref our
NBA
basketball
ref?
games.
Kyle,
You're a hockey guy?
That you're even making a better
Booger
point,
McFarland.
saying that generally speaking, the human element of
Booger
official.
McFarland.
Booger McFarland.
It's somebody Booger. not
Jerome
McFarland.
Booger.
Jerome Booger. I knew it was a brother with the name Booger.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I know we're going really deep into official talk right now, but I love Jerome Booger's cadence. Can we get a Jerome Booger call off of YouTube, please? We'll get him up. But while we do that, Brad, I heard you were wheeling and dealing for a good deal during one of our internal calls today.
Oh man, guys, listen. So Lexi and I, my wife, we've been on the hunt for a high quality treadmill for a while. We have a $300 Amazon treadmill right now.
What are you gonna do with that?
Don't know yet. You looking for a happy home?
Maybe. Do
Okay.
you deliver?
Yeah. I mean, well,
Do
I
you
don't
deliver?
You gotta come get it from the Nortman house. Dang, Kyle, I'll give you a free treadmill and. So
well, you drove all the way up to Grafton to get a $50 Christmas tree.
Exactly. So Kyle can drive to the Nortman household to get his deal for a treadmill. As is, too.
Oh, gosh. Keep going with the story.
No, it's good. But anyway, we've been on the lookout for a good treadmill for a while. The Rolls Royce of treadmills is Woodway. We have been wanting to get a Woodway for a long time. Do you guys want to know what a Woodway usually goes for?
I'd like to know what it is first.
Yeah.
It's a treadmill.
It's a treadmill.
What makes it so special?
It's a brand.
It's a brand. It's a branded treadmill.
A Rolls Royce.
It's the Rolls Royce of treadmills.
How
So
much is regular retail estate, Brad?
Forget you, man.
What do you think? Kyle's making shout outs.
Well,
to
the
people.
coach
got
said,
cut.
I want to flip him the bird.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Okay, stay focused, Kyle. Usual, probably $15,000.
What?
For
$15,000 for a treadmill?
Did we ever pay that?
That's a car. That's a vehicle. Hey, my car cost $17,000 in 2012.
Yes. That's how nice these treadmills are.
Hey,
That's
can't be
more
that
than
nice.
my car. My car was 11.
So that is a
It's more than net worth.
that is a brand new Woodway treadmill, $15,000. That's probably
$15,000 for a
they have
treadmill?
some that are like
Who would
20.
pay that?
The best.
What
the best,
does
bro.
this thing have? Like,
I mean,
It
it
gets
feels
you
can you
like
go to the
massage.
bathroom
it
while
feels
you're
like
on
you're
it? Can
running
you
on
take
a
a
cloud.
nap?
The,
Like,
the incline has to go to a ridiculous
Okay,
degrees.
so so you can get them refurbished for like
Refurbished.
refurbished.
yeah,
There we go.
refurbished.
Yeah, you're not familiar with that concept, are you?
That was good, Strobe. That was really good.
Good but factual.
So refurbished for like $7,500.
My
Okay.
gosh.
So for those reasons, we were always like, I don't know. It's way beyond what we want to spend for a treadmill. Our local,
and you won't get blinds
Yeah, that's
for
what
your
I'm thinking.
house?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, hold on. The story gets better. So our local YMCA, shout out to YMCA Paps Farms, they're redoing their whole fitness area. So they're auctioning off some of their equipment. One of those equipment, a Woodway treadmill.
Oh, really?
So we were
Oh,
tracking.
you don't know this, by the way. You were on Mr. Irrelevant.
So we have been tracking this. So the auction's been open for a week, and it's
Okay.
been quiet. Okay, it's very little bids being placed. We're like, okay, we might get this for a good deal. The last 3 hours, noon is when this, like 12:30 is when the auction ended. It ramped up in intensity. And Lex, I'm refreshing the page of this online auction. I'm doing something, and the next bid above it's 100 more, another 100 more. I'm outbidding this phantom other person that also wants a Woodway treadmill. On our content call, I hate to say this, Evan Cohen and everyone that was leading the content call, but I had one eye on that, one eye on my treadmill that I was auctioning off. With 15 seconds to go,
Bid?
They did a bid over me. With 5 seconds to go, I did a bid over them. So I got me a Woodway treadmill. You guys want to know how much it was for?
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
Can we guess?
Disclose a
Can we
15.
guess?
Yeah.
You can guess.
$38.50.
I think you're high.
Yeah, I probably got it for $2,800.
I think you're high. 2,200.
$2,500. $2,500.
That is a 20%, 80% discount.
Yes.
I mean,
so
it's
now you
used.
know why I was. Yeah, it's used, but
Is it refurbished?
it is not technically refurbished. But
Do you know it's operational? Is
yeah,
there
it's
any
operational.
Matt
warranty
from
that comes
Racine
with
wants to know if that treadmill runs for him too.
it? It has to be. It has to. It has to do a lot for you. Squirt
does,
water in
yeah.
your mouth while you're running.
I mean, it feels like you're running on a cloud, baby. It feels so good. So yeah, so we are finally the proud owners of the Rolls Royce of treadmills. It would Woodway
Ron
treadmill.
McKee chimes in. I was hoping Lexi was bidding versus Brad.
No, it was me. I was getting all intense with it. When I saw that last
Was this an
person-
approved purchase?
Oh yeah, I let her know. I let her know my max. I said, baby, I'm gonna get us a
What
treadmill.
was your max?
No, it was Max.
Probably $3,000.
Oh, okay.
If you're 3, you might as well do 4.
This is a treadmill that should last you 30 years.
All right. So I look forward to diving deeper into Brad spending $50 for a Christmas tree and $2,500 on a treadmill that is worth $15,000 apparently. Do we got Jerome
Brand new.
Booger? So for some reason, Jerome Booger's name came up in our referee conversation.
Officials that you don't know.
Here we go.
There are 2 fouls on the play,
Let's see.
one against each team. We had illegal block in the back against the kicking team and illegal block in the back against the receiving team. We will see if the receiving team wants to just have their foul enforced or have the ball re-kicked.
I love his cadence.
I love it too.
You can't be without that.
You don't
can't be
remember
without
Jerome
that.
Booger?
I do. I can visualize him in my head right now.
Roughing the kicker, defense, 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
But here's the thing: he got the call wrong.